summit.
I am not a demon. I am the admiral of the ocean sea, and I demand to know who's addressing me and what this place is.
This is the Grand Tribunal. I am your chief adjudicator, and you are the subject of this inquisition.
I know you. You're Torquemada, the Queen's confessor.
I'm God's humble instrument.
But you're dead. You died years ago.
I try not to let it get me down. Now, this inquiry is being held to determine the fate of your immortal soul.
This is a nightmare.
No, life is a nightmare. This is death.
I was ill. I was laying in my bed. My sons were all around me, and then suddenly
Is there anyone present moronic enough to want to say anything on behalf of this wretched sinner? No? Good. So, consequently...
I do. I want to say something.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do. You have to let me speak. It's in the rule book. Look it up.
There is no rule book. God whispers the rules in my ear as I go along.
I demand the privilege of royalty to speak.
There is no royalty in hell.
Nonsense. Hell is full of royalty.
Oh, all right. Let the record show that speaking in the defense of the accused is Princess Juana La Loca of Spain, daughter of King Ferdinand and Queen Isabella, and a notorious lunatic.
Thank you. You're very kind.
Wait a minute. I object.
I can handle this, Christopher. I know this man. I always felt close to him. Us insane people must stick together. Part of my own particular form of lunacy is that I can see things that aren't there. Which is ridiculous, because if you can see it, it must be there, whether anybody else knows it or not. My mother's mad Italian sailor was just like that. He could see things that weren't there. We both had wonderfully vivid hallucinations. His being one could go east by selling west, which is like winning a race, but running in the wrong direction.
Just tell us how the accused came to your attention.
He was vomited up by the ocean and spewed onto the shore.
Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Christopher Columbus, and that ship I was sailing on sank last night. Please, I am completely at your mercy. If I must go, perhaps it is better I go by the hand of such a beautiful and charming woman as yourself. But first, allow me to kiss your lovely hand.
That is enough kissing for the present. Oh, don't, Mama. He's so beautiful. Would Mr. Beautiful Italian like something to eat?
Madame, I can feast upon your eyes alone. But maybe if you have a little cold water, perhaps some chicken.
First, we'll find you some clothes. We can't have you running around like that.
And do you consider it a part of this man's defense?
It was all for the greater glory of God, that the words flowed out of his mouth like water from a fountain. Lucinda, go slaughter the pigs. But Mama, I want to watch him eat. He eats so beautifully. Go. Yes, ma'am. I'll see you later, Christopher.
You don't trust me, do you?
Only an idiot would trust a man like you.
Well, then I'll tell you how you can get rid of me. Who is the richest owner of boats in this part of Portugal?
Senor Rodriguez.
Well, and does Senor Rodriguez have any daughters?
Yes, 3 are married and 1 is not.
Well, is she beautiful?
She has the face of a horse. Out of kindness, I will not say which end.
Who is the next richest owner of boats?
Senor Pedestrello, except that he's dead. He does have 1 daughter, unmarried, very beautiful. But she is in Lisbon at the house of her uncle Moniz.
In Lisbon. Very good. Now tell me, Mama dear, where do they go to church?
You are a very wicked man. Why do I like you so much?
So he uses the church to get what he wants, does he?
Oh yes, he is a very religious man.
Don't look at him, child. A lady does not ogle men in church. Then why do we come? Sir, are you all right? Believer, you mustn't touch this person. You have not been introduced. And people are staring. We do not embrace the poor here. This is a church.
Don't be stupid, nurse.
This man requires attention.
I am merely starving to death. I am a lost Italian sailor. Do not trouble yourself. I would just lie here on the floor until I have enough strength to crawl into the alley and expire with dignity.
Don't be silly. We'll take care of you. I forbid it. Your uncle will murder us. What would Jesus have done? But Felipa, my honey dove, my sweet, we're fulfilling our Christian duty here. And besides, Italian men have such beautiful eyes.
Deception in church is inexcusable.
What deception? He was hungry, he was tired, he threw himself upon her mercy. He's quite innocent.
Feeling better this morning.
Much better.
You had a very peaceful night, except for those times when you cried out when I came to comfort you.
Yes. It was awful.
You! What are you doing?
Sir, I can assure you this is a perfectly innocent situation. I have merely spent the night. It was an act of Christian charity.
How dare you invade my home and disgrace my niece? Prepare to die.
Oh, no,
Sir,
no, no, no.
I was ill. I did very little, I promise you. Sir, is this a bad time to inquire if I borrow a ship for a voyage to China?
Oh, if you hurt him, I'll kill myself!
No, don't do that. Anyways, I have an appointment at the madhouse. Goodbye, my love. I shall return.
What did he want at the madhouse? A lifetime membership?
I have one. It's a lovely place. You should try it. You'd fit right in.
You! I know you! Thou art a man!
I beg your pardon?
Yours a blockhead would stay locked in this world!
How did you know that?
The insane are not entirely unobservant. Now, let us look into the question of the shape of the world.
Aren't you the sailor?
Silence! Now, I use this table to represent the world as flat, the way God made it. And I use this head for a ridiculous and absurd rounded earth model. Now, I take this pomegranate. This represents a small fat man. Now, what happens if we place the pomegranate on the flat earth model like so? Nothing! The pomegranate goes about its business in perfect peace. But what happens if we place the same unsuspecting pomegranate on the rounded earth model? You are not afraid. I am not afraid. Oh, you're a good boy. Observe carefully. Now, I ask you, my friend, to look into the question of scientific reason and experiment. If the world were in fact round, would we have any pomegranates left? You cannot answer that, can you?
These are the fruits of lunacy.
No, actually, it's a pomegranate. It's very good. Would you like that?
Where have you been? Are you sorry you married me?
I'm delighted I married you.
But you seem so preoccupied all the time.
I'm learning. See, I watch the oceans, I study the charts. This is a very good time in my life.
Then why do you want it to end?
I don't. I can't stop it. Nothing lasts forever but death.
Is that what you've been having nightmares about? Death.
Have I been having nightmares?
Every night. So have I. In my nightmares, you're always drowned or shipwrecked, lost at sea.
That's what happened.
Then what are you thinking about?
A sailor told me of the vault. They just tried to sail west just to see what was out there. They never came back. See, I just wonder what happened to them.
I think you like your nightmares more than me.
I don't like anything more than you.
Clearly, these nightmares were just sent by the devil to torment and ensnare this man's soul.
No, actually, they were messages from God. Trust me, God and I are very close. We play checkers. It's true. He cheats.
Is that him? I think that's him. Is that his wife? Lucky guy.
We should wake him up. Touch his neck.
You touch his neck.
I'll touch his neck. Tickle, tickle.
Who are you?
We are the Vivaldi brothers. I am one, and he is the other one. We sailed west 100 years ago to the vast ocean sea. And then
What happened to you? What did you find?
we were eaten by sea creatures.
We fell off the edge of the world.
We sailed into the mouth of Satan and were swallowed.
But which is it?
All of the above.
None of the above.
Some are true, and some are false.
I need to know which is which. I need to know for certain.
The need for certainty is a dangerous form of madness. For this, you will be punished.
You will be eaten by barnacles.
You will be eviscerated by school children.
You will drown in your own illusions. You will become history.
Not that. No!
Who are you talking to?
It's a sign. This is a sign.
You had a nightmare.
No. It's a sign from God that I must stop wallowing in uncertainty and take action. I will go to see Prince John of Portugal.
Stay here with me.
He'll give me the ships I need to sell west, and then I'll finally figure out what's out there. And I'll be rich and famous, and people will love me.
But I love you now.
The people I don't know will love me. Don't you understand?
Christopher!
I will be a great man.
So, what is it? What do you want from me?
Oh, Your Majesty, I am overwhelmed by your generosity in seeing me. All of the world knows of your interest in exploration and discovery.
What is it you want?
Well, I want a boat I can sell west to China.
You mean east?
No, west. See, I've made calculations that demonstrate conclusively that if one sells directly west from Portugal, one will in just a few days reach the coast of China.
I think you should stick to making maps, my confused Italian friend. Now, go home to your wife.
How dare you on me? Why should I degrade myself begging for the morons? All I want to do is go home to my wife, just to know that one creature in this world is warm, happy, and safe because I exist. That's all there is.
Your wife, dead.
That's ridiculous. What are you saying?
What I'm saying is, while her husband's off making a fool of himself in Lisbon, God has taken her.
This is a nightmare. I'm going to wake up now. I need my wife.
You married this woman because her family has money, ships, maps, and an island in the Atlantic. Why make a mockery of her death by pretending grief that you didn't feel?
I did feel it.
Then you should have been happy that she went to heaven to be with God.
The grief surprised me. It was a horrible shock to realize how much I had come to depend upon her love. I couldn't bear it. And so I did what any Christian would do.
You prayed to God for understanding.
Yes. And when that didn't work, I got stinking drunk.
Women for goats! Women for goats! There's one thing between the two. The difference between a woman and a goat is a goat you can barbecue.
Go on, drink it.
I beg your pardon?
You order a drink and then you sit and stare at it.
Well, I'm trying to figure out how to see the queen.
You think she's in your glass?
I can see why you're depressed.
I'm depressed because I betrayed my wife.
She'll forgive you.
She's dead.
Listen, my friend. Come home with me and my beautiful cousin Beatrice. And she'll cook you a wonderful meal. And then what?
Well, then I woke up with a terrible headache. I feel like a squashed roach. Philippa.
I'm Beatrice, silly.
Oh no, I betrayed my wife. I'm sorry.
Listen, maybe I can help you. A good friend of mine has a position at court.
Wait, you can get me in to see the queen? What did you say your name was again?
Beatrice.
Oh, Beatrice. I'm so in love with you.
And so you charmed her as well.
Ultimately, for the greater glory of God.
Introducing King Ferdinand and Queen Isabella.
got a boat so I can sail west to China.
You don't need a boat. You need a map. China's in the east.
Oh, well, yes, but if one sails directly west in the great ocean sea, one must eventually come back to the east.
If you'll excuse me, I've had a rough day.
But your majesty,
Good night.
We might at least do him the courtesy.
You do him the courtesy. It was your idea to see this crackpot in the first place. I'm going to bed. Give me that.
Help me! Get up from behind that man or I'll cut my way through him!
Wanna put that down this instant?
I'll put it down in this right on!
Your Majesty, please help me. Your daughter's gonna say it again. She's gonna slaughter me like a pig.
You are a pig!
Wanna stop it?
It's all right, Mama. I was just out trimming the bushes, and I thought I'd start with her. Conveniently placed in my bed, underneath my husband. Get your hands off of me, or I'll kill you. I will. I'm a Spanish princess. I can do whatever I want.
Juana, a young lady does not murder her friends.
Well, I didn't have a gun, and she's not my friend. Who is this person?
Christopher Columbus at your service.
And take your hands off of me and give me back my shears so I can skin that cow.
You stay away from me before I tell the king on you. Your Majesty! Your Majesty! Excuse me, Mr. Columbia. Could you watch over my insane daughter here while I try and stop this stupid girl from waking up my husband?
Take your filthy hands off of me!
I'll let you go when you promise to behave yourself.
I don't have to behave. I'm royalty.
Then start acting like it and I'll treat you in that way.
All I want to do is slice open the throat of the woman that took my husband from me.
I know how you feel. I love my wife very much too.
How can you know how I feel?
Will this woman teach your husband like God took my wife? See, you feel horrible, angry, powerless, as if it's your fault. It did me no good to be angry at God. If you have a little patience, he'll come back to you and forget about her. Because you're a princess and his wife and very beautiful.
But I have no patience. I'm insane.
Well, they think I'm insane too, because I want to sell west to China.
That really is insane.
Nevertheless, it's what I'm going to do.
So does that mean I can slice open that woman's throat?
Maybe you should try focusing on your husband first.
I'm afraid.
You're this princess of Spain. What is there to be afraid of?
I've never been allowed anywhere near a man before.
Here. See?
Oh. So that's what it feels like? I can do that again. Let's practice some more.
Well, maybe you should try practicing on your husband.
What a stupid girl. And you, Juana, shame on you for behaving like a savage.
You're right, Mama. I was terribly ill-behaved. I'm fine now. Thank you, Mr. Columbus. I've enjoyed our talk more than words can say. I hope my mama gives you whatever you want. But if she ever tries it again,
How did you manage to do that?
We talked.
It seems I owe you a favor. You want to sell west to China? Why?
Well, I see my future there as if it's painted in God's picture book. I can do this. All I need is a ship.
It might be possible to find you a ship or two.
If you do, it'll be the greatest thing you ever do in your entire life. If you don't, it'll be the greatest mistake of your entire life.
Will it?
I didn't realize I said anything funny. I did not come here to be laughed at.
Just stop right there. One does not leave the presence of a sovereign until one has been excused. I've been easy with you because you're rather charming. This does not mean you are committed to forget for one moment who you are or who I am. Is that clear?
Yes, Your Majesty.
You're an arrogant man.
I'm a man driven by an obsession.
Obsessions are neither good nor evil in themselves. Talk to me about yours. If I like what I hear, I'll see what I can do.
so you talked.
Well, we had a lot to talk about.
The Queen became interested in your obsession, and you got your ships.
Ultimately, for the greater glory of God.
Perhaps. But we have not heard from the prosecution yet.
I thought you were the prosecution.
No, I am the adjudicator. I am absolutely impartial. The prosecution will present its case shortly.
What could I possibly be guilty of?
I think you know, and so you assembled your wretched crews from the refuse of Europe.
They were excellent crews, brave men. We sailed across the sea in 3 small but quite adequate, although somewhat leaky ships.
And were immediately lost.
I was never lost.
You're lost.
There is land over there. I can smell it.
That's me you smell. It does smell better than you.
You accuse me of lying.
I don't mind lying. I accuse you of stupidity.
Okay, if we don't find land by tomorrow, we'll turn back.
Land! Land home! Is it land? It's land! You see? Am I crazy now?
Calm down, Christopher. Try to pretend you're normal.
I'm trying to tell you about how we found land. Our landfall was magnificent. It's a moment in history.
It's irrelevant.
It was the summit of my life. I did it. I found the western route to China.
We have an allegation in relation to this.
What allegation? I'm trying to tell you that we found land. Oh, we walked through the water and on to the shore.
I can tell you what happened.
What do you know about it?
I was there. Don't you recognize me?
You're one of the savages.
Yes, I'm one of the savages. I saw you step off your little boat and claim our island and all the land as far as you could see for the king and queen of Spain.
That's what I was sent to do.
And what did you think about these savages you found?
Oh. They were beautiful people. Gentle, friendly, charming. Oh, I got down on my knees there on the shore, and thank God for allowing me to discover such lovely people. It really was like the Garden of Eden.
Really? And who was the snake?
I beg your pardon.
Yeah, I didn't like the tone of that. I object.
You be quiet. You've had your chance. Now it's his turn.
And what did you turn to your friend Diego and say?
How am I supposed to remember exactly what I said? Why are you asking me these stupid questions?
You! What did he say?
He thanked God that he was blessed to discover an entire race that he hoped to become an excellent and abundant supply of slaves.
Slaves!
Well, servants. I'm servants, they can be saved and made into Christians. Surely there's no sin in that.
So you didn't find the Emperor of China.
Well, no. But I found many pine trees.
Which you immediately cut down.
We discovered the island of Hispaniola,
Which you enslaved.
which we colonized. We found gold there.
Which you stole.
Just tell us what happened after the shipwreck.
Well, with the lumber from the Santa Maria, I built a fort, and I left Diego here in charge. My first voyage had been an enormous success.
So, how much gold?
What?
Gold! How much gold?
Very little in the promise of much more.
But how much did you bring me now?
Much less than I'll bring you back on my next voyage.
What else have you brought us?
Bring in the gifts. I bring you these slaves from the Orient. I put muzzles on them as a precautionary measure. But you needn't worry. They are by nature simple and gentle, and shall make excellent Christians and good slaves.
That's very impressive, Admiral. But my husband and I need gold to run our kingdom.
So you took these innocent people, put muzzles and collars on them, led them around like dogs. People who thought they were making a small voyage to another country, who had no idea what was happening to them.
They came on their own free will. I don't see what the fuss is about over a few Chinese women. I did a great thing. I found the western route to China.
You once ever stop and think about the consequences of what you were doing?
Great men do not have doubts.
What are you thinking about? Talk to me. I haven't seen you in months. What are you thinking about?
They can't have souls.
Who?
The natives. They can't have souls.
Why can't they? They're people just like
Because
us.
they aren't Christians. You see, they can't be Christians because they know nothing of Christianity. And so if they did have souls, they would be damned to hell. So they can't have souls. Because God cannot be that cruel.
If we have souls, so do they. You mustn't think of them as not human. That is not the Christian
Then it
thing.
is our duty as Christians to save them.
Maybe you don't need to save their souls. Maybe there's many paths to salvation as there are to hell. Maybe your job is simply to treat them decently and respect them as human beings. And let them take care of their own souls.
We are not impressed with your harlot's pathetic attempt to reinvent Christian dogma. We shall look into her orthodoxy at a later date.
You leave her alone. She's the finest person that I ever knew. And she was loyal to me all those years.
Were you loyal to her?
Mostly.
So, you made your second voyage.
Which was an enormous success.
You lost the entire fleet.
I didn't lose them, they sank.
And what about Diego, who had taken you home, introduced you to his cousin Beatrice, sailed with you on new voyages, and stayed behind at your bidding?
You know what happened to him. You savages butchered him.
Your men were drunk all the time. They took our women, and when we protested, they humiliated us. They were guests on our land, and they behaved worse than Andrew.
It was not your land. See, I claimed it for the king and queen of Spain.
You stole it for them.
Are you just gonna sit here and let this pagan insult me? This savage who butchered Diego. Diego, who never heard a soul in his entire life.
While your good-natured friend Diego sat drinking and joking, your men burned our villages, raped our women, stole our food.
I ordered them not to harm anyone.
What concerns me here is why you did not do more to turn these savages into Christians.
We tried to convert them.
You told us about a kind and loving God. And then you turned us into slaves and slaughtered us. You were the savages. For what you did alone, you deserve to burn in flames.
I will decide who goes to hell here. Thank you.
I was trying to do right. You must look at the bigger picture.
Yes, let's do that. When this man arrived on the island of Hispaniola, there were 250,000 native inhabitants. A few years later, there were less than 500. This butcher destroyed an entire race of people. You should write about him in your history books with the foulest monsters who ever lived.
So you returned home from your second voyage, having lost everything. You were so ashamed that you didn't even go to see the king and queen. You went straight to your whore instead.
There was something I had to tell her.
You killed him. You murdered Diego.
I didn't kill him, the natives did. I'm sorry.
You swore nothing would happen to him. You promised.
I should not have promised.
Get out.
Don't send me away. I've had a terrible voyage. The king and the queen won't see me. I need you.
Then prove it. Give up these moronic voyages and stay here with me instead. Will you?
I can't. I'm the Admiral of the Ocean Sea.
Then maybe on your next trip you could explore the ocean floor. You could claim it for the king and queen and kill all the fish.
You don't mean that. You know you love me.
I don't ever want to see you again. Is that clear?
You'll forgive me.
It is not a question of forgiveness, but of self-preservation and self-respect. I forgive you. I just don't want to see you anymore. Goodbye, Christopher.
Don't leave. If you leave, I have nothing! That wasn't the end. I returned to see the Queen of Spain. Oh, Max, where is everybody? I need to see the Queen.
You can't see her. They buried her.
Oh, they buried the Queen?
She left them no choice. She died.
Oh. Well, then I need to see the Queen.
He's left orders never to let you anywhere near her.
You don't think I really am crazy, do you?
I'm not sure I'm the person to ask, Christopher.
Do you think I'm insane?
This is something I've thought a lot about. See, there's different kinds of madness. There's the more common destructive madness, and then there's the much more rare creative madness, which results in discovery, exploration, and creation. Maybe you should be that kind of explorer, Christopher. Instead of sailing back and forth across the ocean, go there inside your head.
In the matter of the immortal soul of one Christopher Columbus, this Inquisition finds as follows. The subject has committed sins of lechery and pride, rather more than most, but, on the other hand, he has greatly reduced the number of savages and non-Christians living in this world, and brought under the Spanish flag vast new territories, which will prove to the greater glory of God. He will therefore remain in purgatory for a few hundred years, expiating his sins of lechery and pride, and then he will be admitted to the kingdom of the blessed in heaven.
What about the enslavement and genocide of two continents full of people? Does that mean nothing?
I am not to be blamed for what happened to those savages. My crimes of lechery and pride I can expiate in purgatory. You will never forget me. I will be the king of the history books. How dare you turn your backs on me? Don't you know who I am? The voice of authority absolves me! I am the man who went east by sailing west. Why do you turn away from me? Don't you understand? I am the man who sailed west to China! I am the man who sailed west to China.